it's my book. Look here. I am here in the Radiant Goddess Festival organized by Juju, and I love what she does. But every person here brings something really incredible. So I hope you're ready. Do you have a dog? There's so many spiritual people who have animals because animals are feeling us. They have a different language, a language that is not based on words, but on feelings, on energy. And they show us how we can do that too. Thank you very much for inviting me for this amazing festival. Thank you, Juju. I am Arianne de Rond. I am an intuitive coach. I'm an animal communicator and I'm a dog trainer. I do this work already for 30 years. And lots have changed over those 30 years because 30 years I was a different person. Right now I'm a mom of 4 teenagers. 30 years I didn't have any kids, but I had dogs my whole life. I was almost born beside a dog. So can you imagine that over our lives that we get dogs that are perfect for us? Dogs that are leading us in that life where we are at that moment. And we get different dogs during our lives. And that is a reason behind it because we attract what we need if we want to see it. Sometimes dogs are helping us through things, but sometimes they also reveal things that we need to work on. So dogs can help us grow if we let them. So that is what I'm doing today. I wrote a book and I'm super happy to show it here because this is the first festival that I can actually show it. I'm beyond blessed with a beautiful front cover where I think you can see that connection, love, and joy is really, really important in this world. My book is called Be the Change for Your Dog. And if you want to know more about the book, put book down below because I would love to share more about it. And of course, it is available on Amazon and all the big bookstores. And I just checked this morning, it's available in Europe, in the Netherlands, it's available in Australia, and of course in North America. But that was first in line. So, if you want to know more about it, put book down below and I will send you some more information about it. But getting back, the book is a guide through your step plan through the with the lessons of the dogs. So what I want to do here is bring those lessons to you. And I made a wheel. Oh, I'm always confused where my camera is. But this is the wheel where we learn to inspire rather than control. And those 6 lessons on here are the lessons that I got from the dogs. And when you want this wheel in your inbox, do you want to print it off and put it on your fridge so that you can see it every day and remind you how we can build the best relationship build on connection, love, and joy? Then put wheel down below and I will send it to you because that wheel is just a reminder, but we can't see it enough on your phone or on your fridge or anywhere where you can see it daily as much as you need. All right. So the first one on the wheel is one of the beautiful lessons that we got is practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is really enjoying where we are right now. As humans, we're so easy in thinking ahead in what is coming. And sometimes that brings lots of anxiety and everything to us. And we that makes us not always feeling as much where we are right now, not as grateful for the things that we have right now. Or sometimes we even forget to enjoy the things right now. And another part of mindfulness is we live very often in the past, right? Things that we experienced before that is coming back in those lives right now all the time. that is in the way of enjoying the present here with our dogs. So practice mindfulness. Look at your dog. Your dog is the best example to show you how to live right now. And I think it is good to know that your dog doesn't ask you to be perfect, but it does ask you to be present. So think about that. The second one of the wheel. And again, if you want this wheel, put a wheel down below and I will send it to you because I think it's a great reminder for everyone. The second one is embrace uncertainty. How is life with uncertainty? Are you freaking out because we're not able to control the things that we want? We cannot control everything in life. We can only control how we react on things. So, if we embrace uncertainty, that means that we give trust that things will go perfectly fine on the right time. And that is so important to know that if we look to our dogs, they have no idea what's coming today, but they still wake up and they do the things. And when it's time to do things, they are totally ready for it. So, can we lean a little bit more in embracing that uncertainty? That means that we need to let go of control and trust a little bit more. Trust is something that this world took away from us. We think that we need to control everything and that we don't have to trust anymore, but we need to work on more trust. So that was the second one on the wheel. So are you ready for the third one? The third one is live true to yourself. So let that sink in. Live true to yourself. Be authentic. That means that how often do we try to live for others? That we try to do the things for others. It's so important that you go back to what feels good to you. And a great example is that when we get a dog, we did that for ourselves. And there's lots of beliefs that people tell you that when you have a dog, you need to do this and this and this. But is that what you want? What is the reason why you wanted a dog? And that is so important to lean into that a little bit more. And maybe people can make you aware of their beliefs, but you don't have to hold on those beliefs. So be true to yourself. Look at your dog. Look at your dog. They don't care what others think about them. They just run or live or chase or play or whatever. It's really important to lean into that authentic you. And then the fourth one is unconditional love. And that is something I needed to work on really hard because I am a giver. I love to give others, I love to give more to people. But you know what? If we only give and we forget to receive, then our cup gets more and more empty. So we start to give and expect something in return. And that is not the way it should be. Unconditional love should be without expectations. There is no limitation to love one another. So, how do we do that? If we give, if we love to give, can we receive love from ourselves? Can we fill up that cup to ourselves? Because if we really fill that cup, we don't need others to fill our cup. So that means that we have less expectation to give more. And look at our dogs. Look at our dogs. You can be mad and turn around, and they're still happy. We can tell them that they did things wrong, but they try again. So they really show us unconditional love. They love you if you leave the house for a day or for just a minute. They love you as much every time. So, unconditional love without expectations. You can learn that too. It is about receiving more love for yourself. And then the fifth one on the wheel is the art of empathy. Empathy is such an important part in building relationships. Empathy is about understanding a different perspective. So it's easy to judge dogs or people around us, but that is only our perspective. So, what if I ask you if your dog does something you don't like? And I ask you, what is the perspective from the dog? What is the reason why your dog is doing things? Can you lean into another perspective? The art of empathy is really asking you to open up and um, be receptive for more in life than we think there is. Empathy is, I think, one of the biggest one in the world where the vision is even more and more and more. If we stop, have a belief, and we get challenged by a belief by somebody else, can we open ourselves up and think about what can I learn from the other belief? And that's how we go to the sixth one, and that is growth mindset. So you cannot tell me that you know that your dog is so eager to learn. Your dog is always curious and ready to do something for you. So it has a growth mindset and you can level it up every time a little bit more. But a growth mindset also tells that can we expand our own beliefs? Can we expand and see where we can learn from the people around us? And having four teenagers is really challenging me. But a growth mindset really brought me into leaning in what can I learn from them? Because they look different into this world than I do. The world is changing so fast these days. So, to go with the change, you need to have a growth mindset to almost survive and stay in a connective, loving, joyful state. So I'm thrilled to have those six lessons. They're part of my book in chapter one. Chapter one is only about those lessons. And do you want this wheel on your fridge, on your phone, on your desk? Then put wheel down below and I will send it to you. But I told you it's only chapter one of this book. So the other chapters are more about how you integrate those lessons into your daily life. And I love to share that part because it's one thing that we learn about it, but then to integrate it in our lives, that's another part. And I think, and that is why I wrote this book, it's so much easier to practice our new skills with a dog beside us because a dog never judges. And it's okay if you fail in what you're doing, or even if you have a fallback. Your dog is always okay with that. It starts a new day, a new training, a new interaction with a new mindset, not what happened yesterday. So you have a chance to do it over and over and over again, practicing those skills with your dogs. And the best part is that if you are practicing those skills, you start to see their behavior in your dog change. Because what we put out into them is what they give back to us. And that is a pretty amazing thing. If we think about that, all the behavior that our dogs show to us directly comes from our interactions. But that also means that you can change their behavior with your interactions. So if we adjust that our own thoughts and emotions, we can handle them instead of blurting them out into the dogs, but we can handle them and settle them and help our dogs where they need more confidence from us. Or sometimes they just need the understanding from us. That's how we can support our dogs in their confidence. So, in my book, I go all about your emotions, your thoughts, your intentions with your dog. What do you want? Because you are unique and your dog is unique. And then we go into what is your dog telling you? What is your dog telling you? And also how you can support your dog to become more confident, more calm. Maybe you want to do any dog sports with your dog, but they can only do that when they feel confident. So, building a relationship based on connection, love, and joy is building the confidence that your dog needs. And that is such a huge accomplishment if you can manage that. And I think every dog should be a confident dog. But these days, the dogs are suffering. They are suffering because of our energy, because we are so busy with other things. We are worrying about the past or the present. So, can we help to build the relationship with our dogs better? And the best part of that, we think we help the dogs, but we're actually helping ourselves. Because if you can make that relationship with your dog better, you can make any relationship better around you with your kids, with your spouse, with the people you work, with the people in any other community around you. But let's start first with the dogs. If you can manage that your relationship with your dog gets deep and understanding, then your dog will show you the behavior exactly what you want. And from there, you can put this out in the world with anybody around you in any relationship. All right, let's make and finish this. This is my book, Be the Change for Your Dog. If you are ready and don't blame the dog anymore, but work on yourself, then get this book. I love to have with these steps that you can make this world a better world, one dog at a time. And if you're interested to have the wheel on your fridge, on your phone, or on your desk to remind you with the steps that are coming to you, then put wheel down below and I would be happy to send this to you. Thank you so much for being here. Have a lovely day and enjoy your dogs and start to wake up a little bit and see what is the reason why your dog behaves the way it does. Love you all. Have a wonderful day.